As a Gen Xer, we grew up in a time when life was much simpler. We played outside with our friends till the street lights came on, and we didn't worry about things like our weight because we were too busy outside riding our bikes and climbing trees. And let's not forget, our parents made sure we ate our vegetables whether we liked it or not. But boy, things have changed a lot since then. In today's video, I'm sharing 10 of those nostalgic habits that are making a comeback in 2025 and can help us thrive in midlife. Today, we're surrounded by ingredients that our grandmothers wouldn't even recognize. I mean, half the stuff in the grocery store are products that didn't even exist back then. Add to that the constant screen time and diets that focus on counting calories instead of real nutrition. And it's no wonder that we're a lot unhealthier than we used to be. But here's the good news. We don't have to stay stuck in those habits. It's time to get back to the basics, those simple, powerful habits from our childhood that kept us active, nourished, and feeling good. Bringing back some of the habits of our childhood can help us feel young again. So let's start with one of my favorites, walking everywhere. Back in the day, we walked everywhere, whether it was to school, to visit our friends, or even to the local grocery store to pick up a few things for our moms. Walking wasn't considered exercise, it was just part of everyday life. I know when I go on vacation, I walk a whole lot more than I normally do at home, so we have to be more intentional at home to get in those steps, whether it be using a Fitbit or some kind of step counter, but just being more intentional to walk places. Walking is one of the simplest ways to stay active, reduce stress, and build stamina. It's low impact, easy on the joints, and perfect for maintaining your health in midlife. Plus, it's a great excuse to get outside and get some fresh air. So think about how you can add steps into your day. Could you walk to go get coffee? Could you walk to the gym? Are you close enough to walk somewhere? Try to incorporate more walking into your day and you're going to feel the difference. I'm curious. Tell me in the comments, did you walk to school as a kid? Now this next one is something our moms just did. And then once we became moms, seemed like more of a chore. So slowly but surely, it's kind of gotten out of our routine. And that is eating home-cooked meals most meals. I don't know about you, but we as a family did not go out to eat near as much as what people do today. It was a huge treat to be able to go to the burger joint and get a burger and fries. That was not a regular occurrence. Our families relied on home-cooked meals. It was just a given. It was not whether we go out to eat or not, it was what we're going to cook that night at home. Those home-cooked meals were usually made from fresh ingredients. They were simple meals, but very nourishing. So it's time to get back to eating more meals you made at home. Cooking at home gives you more control over your ingredients and portions, helps you reduce those processed foods, and helps you avoid those hidden sugars and unhealthy oils. I personally think it's so much more relaxing to enjoy your meal at home. You're not distracted by loud TVs that seem to be in every restaurant. If you're eating with someone, you can actually hear the conversation and you're just more likely to eat slower and really taste your food. So start small. Add one extra home-cooked meal to your weekly routine. Another advantage those home-cooked meals had was we tended to eat more seasonally and locally. Back then, we didn't have access to year-round produce from around the world. We ate what was in season, whether it was fresh summer berries, okra, or sweet potatoes and that winter squash. It also helped us stay out of the rut of eating the same thing every week. We ate seasonally, so our menu changed with the seasons. Get back to this practice. Eating seasonal, local produce is fresher, more nutritious, often less expensive, and a whole lot tastier. It's also better for the environment and supports your local farmers. Now, if all this sounds great, but you know that you have a hard time making healthy habits stick, you're going to want to download my free Easy Habit Guide. Look for the link in my caption and in the first comment. Now, Sundays look a whole lot different nowadays than they did when we were kids. I know back when I was a kid, we'd go to church and then we'd have a big Sunday dinner. Grocery stores didn't open till at least noon, and none of the mall or other stores were open because here in the South, we had blue laws where they weren't allowed to be open on Sundays. There were no sports practices or meetings, any kind of activities. It was a day to just rest. I love a good Sunday afternoon nap. We'd read, play outside with our friends. It's time to get back to thinking of Sunday as our day of rest. When you take that day to rest and reset, it helps reduce your stress, which in turn helps balance your hormones and just improve your overall well-being. It's a way to reset for the week ahead and focus on what really matters. Personally, my Sunday routine looks like going to church, then Brady and I go for a nice brunch, then probably come home and take a little nap. Later in the afternoon, I might meal prep for the week and do some laundry, but it's a lot of just relaxing, going slower, maybe watching a Hallmark Sunday night. It's a day of rest so that I can set myself up to have an easier week. When's the last time you let yourself just do nothing on a Sunday? Now, this next habit was a no-brainer when we were kids. Our moms were constantly shoving us out the door. Go play outside. There would be neighborhood kids outside for us to play with. We'd be climbing trees. We were getting fresh air and sunshine, and it was fun. Now, as adults, we tend to stay inside too much, and we have to be intentional about getting that sunshine. Sunshine helps boost our vitamin D levels, which supports our bone health and our mood. Fresh air clears the mind and reduces stress, making it an easy way to improve our health and feel more at peace. Combine walking and getting outside and you've got two of these down. Now hear me out, this one might seem a little controversial, but we actually really did it. Fasting without calling it fasting. I know as a kid, after dinner, there was no snacks till bedtime. Our bodies got a natural break from eating without calling it fasting. I encourage you to allow your body to have some breaks between meals, which helps improve your digestion, regulates your blood sugar, and supports your weight. Close the kitchen after dinner, maybe don't snack between meals. It's a simple way to give your gut time to reset. The next old-fashioned habit is going back to the way our grandmothers cooked. They didn't have nonstick skillets, they cooked in cast iron. They were kitchen staples from everything from cooking eggs to cornbread. They were durable and versatile. So maybe it's time to get back to cooking like your grandma, using a cast iron skillet. Cast iron naturally adds iron to your meals, which is especially helpful in midlife. They're also non-toxic and can last for generations. I love cooking with my cast iron skillets. What do you use? Now this next one I love, but in the era of raising kids, I had to get away from, and that is going to bed early. As kids, our parents had a set bedtime for us. We knew what time we had to go to bed, and they made sure we went to bed early so that we were well rested for the next day. Plus, we didn't have that 24/7 entertainment. We didn't have all the screens. Our TV choices were very limited. So it was just part of the natural rhythm of life to go to bed. Nowadays, I think you have to be more intentional. I love to set a go to bed alarm so it reminds me to step away from the TV, start getting ready for bed so that I'm in bed at the good time so I get plenty of sleep. Getting enough sleep is crucial for hormone balance, energy, and managing cravings. An earlier bedtime ensures better rest and recovery. Now, if this is not an easy habit for you, back your bedtime up by 15 minutes till that gets natural. This next one takes the home cooking meals to the next level. We ate dinner as a family most nights. Dinner was the one time we all sat together without distractions to share a meal and catch each other up on our days. Nowadays, we drive through the drive-through, we're eating on the go, and we've forgotten to get back to this basic habit. Eating with someone fosters connection and mindful eating. When you can, try to eat with people, not devices. Even when you're alone, it's better to go screen-free. It's easier to eat more mindful and actually relax and enjoy your meal. This final habit is something I did every night with one of my parents. I said my prayers. I said what I was thankful for. Our parents and grandparents set the example to take time to reflect on the things you're thankful for. They would always remind us, what do you say? Thank you. Always remembering to thank people for doing things for us and to remember the things that we hold precious. I did this in my nightly prayers, thanking God for the things He's given me that day. And I think it's a great practice now as midlife women to get into. When you look for the good, you find more good. So take time at the end of the day to just think about 3 things that made you smile that day. What are you thankful for? It's a small habit that can make a big impact on your mental health. These habits aren't just nostalgic or old-fashioned. They're practical tools for thriving in midlife. Which one could you bring back into your daily routine? If you enjoyed this video, you'll want to watch this video here where I give you the top 5 regrets women wish they knew sooner. Thanks for watching, and remember, you deserve to feel amazing at any age.